What up, guys? What up, young bucks? I need like a little tripod out here, man. How's everybody doing today? Boom, boom. Boom, 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 boom. What up, Louie? My man. How are you, buddy? Doing all right? Closing some deals? What up, John Comer? One of the top fans of the channel right here, dude. What up, guys? If you're here, give me a shout out. Give me a shout out if you're here. I'm about to go to a mastermind event. Jax, dude, I try not to work at all, bro. Like, what up from the beach? I'm good, man. John, thanks for asking, brother. Clayton, what's up, buddy? What up, Benjamin? My man, who is here? Afternoon, comfortable, my dog. David Fondra, my dude, Brian. So did y'all see the title of this video? What's up, Lance? My man, Lance. I hear some good things about you, bro. Cody talks big about you, dude. Smart cat. All right, so today I want to come to you, give you a little value here, besides just philosophy, some of the stuff. Dave Randalls, man. Well, isn't that where we're all trying to go, brother? Hey, hope to be able to help maybe some of you guys get to that point. I'm not an expert there yet, but I'm figuring it out, man. Like anything, dude, you start off an idiot, and then you just keep learning, keep paying, keep getting better over time. What's up, Truth? Yeah, brother. Hey, give this a thumbs up if you're here, man. Help the channel out. $75 for a yard placement. I don't know what that is. What is that? I don't know what that is, brother. Wasabi, what's up? Yeah, so I wanted to come out here today and kind of, a lot of my teaching is within the video, okay? There's very few things. Oh, John, you talking about Billy Davidson's yard sign video? Dude, I'm gonna tell you, bro. I think it's 100. If it's not, it should be 100. But that video, dude, is sneaky as hell. I haven't used yard signs, and I gave up on yard signs because of just, I posted stuff in community here and just where you put yard signs. Doing bandit signs, yard signs can work, but a lot of times the placement is a big problem because people pull them up or people pull them down or people complain. And Billy has a way that a lot of you guys have gotten that video before. And you kind of have seen how Billy he's cracked the code on yard signs. And if I'm a guy in the business, I wouldn't do yard signs another way. I didn't even know that shit existed. And I'm going to tell you, I love marketing. So, Jax, I love to hear that, man. That's great. Paver sealing, that's big work, big money. It's a lot of work. I do know it's a lot of work, but you can make some big money, especially down in Florida where you have a lot of pavers and stuff like that. You in Jacksonville? Is that Jax Cleaning? Is that what that stands for? You got a lot of pavers. We have barely any pavers up here. So if you're down there, why Billy? Well, that's Billy's technique, John. That's not my technique, man. I'm gonna tell you, Billy. Like, guys, Billy Davidson is sleeping on y'all, man, or y'all sleeping on Billy because Billy has been in this game for 25 years, dude. And Billy's business makes over $1 million a year. So I want y'all to understand that. Like, Billy, he's chill on his channel. I'm telling you guys, like, it's like an old Supra, dude. All right, it's like that old Supra at the stoplight. Like, you pull up in your little BMW, you don't want to go against the Supra. It looks like shit. It's a builder. He's got paint spots everywhere on the car. This is Billy. But you over here revving up, you don't want to race the Supra. Billy is the Supra. You don't think Billy is doing it because Billy will sit there and sleep on you. He's chill, dude. He's chill. He don't do any money. He don't do any like money flex. You know what I mean? He doesn't tell you his numbers. He tells me his numbers, but that's his thing, man. He's super chill, super humble, and the antithesis of me. But we're buddies, and and I love him. He's a good dude, and he makes a bunch of money. I don't know how many trucks he has. I know he has 3 or 4 guys working for him, but they do really big parking lot striping jobs, man. That's one of his bread and butters. He has big time routes on dumpster cleanings, and I think he has a couple crews because he does a lot of night stuff with dumpster cleanings, and so he has guys working all day, and then he has guys working all night. So I don't know his guys personally, but I do know I see different guys in every video. So he probably has at least two crews. But then when you're doing jobs, like you have to understand that parking lot striping jobs are like much higher ticket than pressure washing. All right. So I'm just saying it's not even, I didn't even know that was a thing. So apparently I'm missing out on a lot of money. So, but he is a wolf in sheep's clothing. He is, dude. He's got that old, that South Louisiana. That South Louisiana on that. Gonna go down here and get some of that crawfish. Gonna go down to here do a crawfish boil. Hey, Huck it, bro. Hey, I'm glad you're here, dude. Glad you're here. Thanks for getting the course, man. Dude, I've never done a parking lot striping job, John. Um, Billy's, tossing around that idea of building something out for that because the tickets are so high. Um, yeah, Jeremy, keep that striping on the down low. That's what I'm saying, man. Billy's probably going to do a training. It's gonna be, probably $1,000 to get that training, but he, the fact that like his tickets start at $2,500, and then he does, he had a $240,000 parking lot striping contract this past year. So that's one of those things, right? That you have to just, if you're going to get in it, you can rent a machine, you can figure out how to do it. But Jax, you're welcome, dude. You're welcome, brother. You're welcome. Um, so yeah, a lot of this stuff, if you watch a lot of my videos, I do very few things that are not on purpose. Okay. And this is what I want to give to you for your marketing and for your business. Okay. So you saw my title here, right? My title for this video is the Nigerian Ferrari, which which makes you wonder what the hell is that? All right, what the hell is a Nigerian Ferrari? Well, I don't know what a Nigerian Ferrari is. But the bottom line is that you're here. And so a lot of people, when they have their emails, right, they're sending out emails to their clients. One of the biggest issues is getting people to open your emails. All right. So you guys are sending out emails for, washing. And if you're not following up with your people, then you're missing out on a lot of recurring business. And look, I know that's a peripheral that a lot of guys look. For me, I don't have, I have reminders automated set up every 6 months ish for people, and it'll start. Yeah, that's for sure truth. Um, I set up reminders for people for services, but I don't like follow up as heavy anymore because my intake is so high as a one truck business that it, you know I'm just, I'm whatever about it, right? But if you're really trying to expand past one truck, that other nurturing process of keeping in contact and adding value to your subscribers, to your email list constantly, You can build a triangle of trust with those people by your blog posts and sharing those things with them and adding value and teaching them how to do it if they want to do it themselves. I love teaching my clients how to do the shit I do because I just know they're not ever going to do it. I could literally teach them how to do exactly everything I do to a T. And that doctor with the 6 Series BMW, he's just like, well, why don't I just pay you to do it? All right. He doesn't want to do it. He ain't going to do it. So don't ever think that you're going to lose money in that way by giving out that kind of info. You're just not. And okay, so what if you lose money because the kid who lives in the vinyl house up the street who's 25 years old gets the info and cleans his own house. Oh gosh. Well, you know what they were going to do? They were going to price shop you anyway, man. So the right customer will not run from you giving away your secrets. All right. They're not going to run from that. The right customer says, well, that's cool. Okay. So you can clean a roof in detail and you can tell me all the ratios and all these things that you do, but I would rather just hire you to do it. How much is it? $3,000. Okay. When I taught them how to do it themselves. So get yourself out of a DIY mentality. Don't worry about the DIY, man. The DIY is not someone you want, or really not someone who's going to buy from you anyway, right? They're just not. There's guys who literally scour Cody's videos. For instance, guys will scour Cody's videos over at Southeast and they'll see how he builds a rig, right? They'll look at his rig and they'll be like, and then they'll be dumb enough to literally call him and say, hey, man, I built a rig like yours. Can you help me? I DIY'd it. It's like, no, he's not going to help you. Why would he help you? Like, what? You DIY'd my shit and then you want me to help you fix the broken pieces? Like, no, right? But if you're going to DIY, the key acronym there is why, yourself, right? Like, you get to fix it. Look, you can look at it. You can literally scope out every piece. Every piece. Wasn't the right client for Cody. Cody has people call him and say, hey, man, here's 15 grand. Have a great day. Those are the people. Those are the right people. Those are the right buyers. Because it doesn't matter what happens. They're not trying to DIY. The right customer, the right doctor that I work for, he's never going to do it. Okay? What up, Bill? What up, my man? All right? So don't ever be in scarcity mode in your brain about teaching your client how to do it. Because what it's going to do is it's going to set you up as an expert, all right? Giving away that knowledge that they could just take it and run with it, right? What up, Mike? Price got to go up because August 1st, the Mike Killian promotion is running out August 1st, my man. $199 going up to $299. Man, I'm looking at some other guys who got some stuff out there, and I'm like, damn, they've been at $299, $399 this whole damn time, bro. Shit, we've been undercharging. What we doing? Hold on real quick. Alex, man, I love to hear that, dude. Fuck yeah, bro. Yes. Alex is making the most money he ever has. I love to hear that, man. That's a big win. That's a big win. I get emails like this all the time, and I love to hear you guys winning, dude. That's like one of my favorite things. If I can help you win, if I can help you shit, if something you learn on this channel can help you make an extra 30K this year, right? I'm a happy camper. I'm a happy camper, bro. Look, I ain't trying to help you make $1 million, all right? Making $1 million in pressure washing, a lot of moving pieces, all right? There's a lot of moving pieces that go into that. More pieces than I am very interested to be a part of. Yes, ODB, I love to. Hey, make sure you stay in touch with them, okay? Make sure you stay in their hip pocket. Do everything they tell you to do, all right? I always have to put that out there because, at the end of the day, yes, I love to hear it, Mike. At the end of the day. Yeah, you got guys who'll be like, man, I made 200,000 my first year. And I'm like, okay, let's do a little research. Yeah, right. So you got an extra 50K from the trucking business. You had contacts built in. So just understand that if you're starting from zero and you're not making $100,000 your first year, dude, it's fine because Some of the guys who'll be like, I made 300,000 my first year, they got a built-in network already of contractor type stuff. All right. That they can tap into, like trucking or like real estate or like contractors, right? Where they just tap into their network and it becomes a shoe in. Um, right. So don't worry if you don't have that stuff. You're going to build up to it. All right. Like I always say, this is a two year thing. If you do this right and you follow the layout, the lean and mean layout, like 2 years, this thing is going to be pumping to a point where it's pretty much on autopilot. You may still need some off-page SEO after that to really break through, which it took me longer than that anyway. So this isn't a race. You're killing it, dude. Killing it. Chris Profit, baby. I love that name. That's a good name, bro. Hey, comfortable, but here's the thing, right? I don't come down on guys who are DIYing. I don't mind the DIY. And I understand that if that's your financial position that you have to DIY that. I get that. Like you have to start how you have to start. But, um, you have to take yourself out of your own situation and say, you know what? Like for me, when I was broke, right? Oh well, I don't know what I'm just saying. I'm using this as a lesson for everybody. You take yourself out of your own situation if you're in a financial struggle, right? And understand that not everybody is. Okay. Not everybody's in that position. And that was one of my big epiphanies early on is that I had no money, but that doesn't mean everybody doesn't have money. That doesn't mean I can't push the limits on the tickets I give, right? I was selling $1,500 house washes out the back of my Tahoe with a 4 gallon a minute rented at Home Depot, right? What up, John? What up, Cook? No, it's all there, right? It's all there. It's just that what's your closing ability? What are your skills on the back end of that? Do you have the courage to state that price? A lot of that's a lot of it. If you have the courage to say, this is the price, this is what it's going to get you, what day you want to schedule, zip your lips. I got next Thursday. It's a slot. It just opened up. Cool. Right? So getting your people to read your emails, like similar to this video, the Nigerian Ferrari, it's very unique. It's a very unique term. All right. See, and if you got that, bro, you're going to be successful, comfortable for a long time. All right. Like cracking that code, dude, I'm always blacked out, bro. It's hot as shit, but you got to look good, man. I'm just saying. Like, hey, you ain't going to find me wearing no yellow t shirt, man. Nah, cuz. That ain't happening. Um, so that's what I want to put on you guys today. A big thing is getting people to yes, John. And another thing, man. Look, some people are going to be put off by your swagger and your confidence, right? And what they're projecting is a big portion of their childhood insecurity is coming out. And you're going to notice this if you once you kind of get down the road a little bit, you're going to look on these people who constantly try to damper you because you put them off or your attitude or how you carry yourself puts them off or it's really them just projecting um, that's right, that Arkansas Ferrari. They're just projecting to you their insecurities um, and wanting you to come back into their little world. Come back in. Come back in. You make me uncomfortable. You make me you make me uncomfortable because you're going places. Come back. Come back. See? And you're like, oh, well, that makes sense. I'm empathetic and I don't want to make you feel bad about the own shit that you created or can't deal with. So I'll come back in and this is how you stay in it. This is how you stay in it. No, what you have to do is you develop a deep seated resentment to bullshit. All right. You develop a deep seated resentment to incompetence and people and the lack of confidence. You say, you know what? I'm going to be confident today. That's what you do. You say, you know what? I'm going to master this shit. Why? Because it's in my, it's look, this video done went down the tank for monetization. Who cares? Let's roll. Um, I'm gonna master this shit. I'm gonna figure out this sales thing. I'm gonna figure out this marketing thing. I'm gonna buy the knowledge. Look. I got a mastermind meeting with 20 to 40 big business owners this week. You know, I'm going. I paid for it. I'm in. You know, it wasn't cheap, but it's connects. It's connecting me into the marketplace. It's connecting me into other people who think in the same realm. You got to understand the reason the country club costs what it costs is to keep the idiots out. It's to keep the good ideas in. You see, the good ideas hang with the good ideas. The good ideas hang with the money. So if you want the hack, all right, you want the hack, pay for the shit that you can't afford and get around those people, right? A certain amount of money every year, which is what I do. To what up, TCs? Um, Pay a certain amount of money a year. Say this year, you know, you're just going to allot $1,000 to a mastermind and a course. Figure out a way to get in. That mastermind may be your chamber of commerce. That mastermind may be a BNI group, right? That may be the starting point, right? Getting into a BNI group, which costs a certain amount, and then maybe a course to help you get better at something. But a lot, you know, $5 a day to that thing for the year. Now, next year, you're going to be making more money. Roll Tide. All right. And you're going to be saying, okay, I want to do 2,000 this year to my knowledge. That's it. My knowledge. All right. One of my favorite books that'll change your life. It's only on ebook and it's unique. It's called The Flinch by Julian Smith. If you guys have Kindle or whatever, you can't find it on paper, but it's called The Flinch by Julian Smith. Pick that up. It'll give you a little dose of self-awareness where you start to retreat in your life. You'll figure out that boundary where you start to turn away from the opportunity. What up, Mike T? All right. Because you'll start seeing your pattern. All right. Yeah, dude. For soft washers, I do recommend a 1/2 inch or 5/8 hose. So for obviously pressure washers, you could use a 1/2 inch 50 footer if you're having problems with your downstreamer sucking. All right. You could use a 1/2 inch 50 footer off the front of that washer to keep pressure low enough to pull. Okay. And then you're going to use 3/8. So there's the code for that. True Seeker. Yes. 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 That's right, Kyle. Yeah. So find a way to get around people who are smarter than you, or who are as competent, all right, in their area. You know, I love finding people who don't know about what I do, but are experts at what they do, you know, because there may be a potential for collaboration somehow, you know, and you really want to get around people who have high income skills. High income skills are very important. Okay. Get around those people who can kind of understand how to build a system that can multiply themselves. Okay. If they can build a system that multiplies themselves and they're an expert, you can start driving in money from all different areas. All right. You got a 20 and a 16. I'm about to get rid of this big guy surface cleaner, so I might put that up for sale. I haven't used it in like 6 months. I think I probably used it 8 times since I bought it. Man, oh man, come on, mentor, man. What are you talking about, brother? Shit. Man, my son is really good at soccer. He's really good at wrestling too, dude. He'll freaking that boy is strong, man. He's strong and he's aggressive. I'm probably gonna put him in a little jujitsu, and maybe some wrestling too. I think that's a skill that can go with you forever. And oh yeah, he's Bama strong. He likes some Roll Tide. His mama's Ohio State. So we got a little beef, you know what I mean? We got a big beef, but we got a little beef there. Um, so yeah, I just want to come to you here. First thing was make your emails compelling. Make them make them give them the ability to be opened. All right. If you can get the email open from your prospects, right? So I would never say like I would never send an email to a prospect that's like just stale subject line, right? I would send them something along the lines that's like the sh- the roof shingle parasite, something, because we got to get because that the algae is eating their shingles, but we got to get them, and that's just a working title. It's not anything I've ever put out, but it's like we got to get them to read our information so they can come buy from us again. Okay, so it's got to be relevant. You can't just put out good sport. Yeah, you can't just put out information, you know, that or titles that aren't relevant. I mean, you can eventually, maybe they'll catch on. But the big thing is you want to get them back in the tank, and don't be scared to break the pattern for these people, because you got to think a lot of people are working their jobs and getting emails all the time. And what up, Jimmy? And if they're getting some stale ass email, appointment reminder, right? It's just it falls along the wayside. All right. I knew these OHIOs would come out when I said that shit. I knew they'd come out. It's all right. Actually, I'm kind of I don't know. I love football, but I ain't watching no more pro football. I know that. I'm done with pro football, bro. Of course, in Alabama we didn't have any pro football, so it wasn't really hard for me to part ways with it. All of some of my high school buddies. I got a buddy who plays for the Redskins. I got a buddy who plays for the Falcons. I got a buddy who plays for the Ravens. And one of them was playing for the Jags, but I think he went to the Bills. So, I mean, I got buddies who were there, and I might watch their highlights, but I ain't watching no games. Not pro. Now I will watch college though. So, all in all, get your emails read. Okay, invest deeply in your knowledge. Right, like the Wash Doctor. Dude, I love to hear that, man. Jimmy, that makes me happy, bro. I'm glad I can be a part in changing some financial situations for some of you guys. I love getting those emails. It makes me really, really happy. Um, I believe personally, because I practice what I preach. I pay for events. I go to events. I invest back into myself, and I've spent a lot of money learning some of the skills that you see come through the channel, right? I spent a lot of trial and error time, man, a lot of learning curve, a lot of spraying chemicals on walls and shit not working and being caught with a piece of equipment breaking out in the field and the whole day is shot. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just hours upon hours upon hours of stuff that you encounter. That is learning curve. And if my thing is, if I meet a guy here this weekend, right? Um, Maybe Chris. I mean, we could talk about that, like as far as how I could be instrumental in helping. Um, Probably more marketing than anything else for sure, especially if it's in another state. But understanding the investment that it takes. It's not just equipment. It's not just marketing, right? It's learning how to change my brain. My brain changed Um, hell yeah, John. That's awesome, dude. That's awesome. Um, my brain changed at like 29 years old. It like something clicked, and I was going through a really tough time in my life, and I just dove in. So for like I don't know, about 2 years, I didn't really come out my house except for to get coffee. Like I would come out every day, I would get coffee, and you got it, Wild West. I'm glad you got the course, man. Glad we figured it out. Uh, oh, P.S. for you guys who are wanting to get the course, it's going up August 1st. If you're on my email list, you'll probably get another email, me telling you probably another success story from some guy who probably another. I love to hear that life. Yeah, dude. Um, Another success story. Somebody making some money with the knowledge they learned. I mean, at this point, we've got probably 40 testimonials of guys and plenty of, I don't know, close to 300 guys in that course around the world. It's really taken off, and that was the point from the beginning, right? Like that was the point. I wanted to create a unique course that had a unique thought process, which Lean and Mean is. It's not just about pressure washing. It's about how to take, really, you could do this with any business. If you're in the course and you see my formula beyond like chemicals and stuff, the mentality on phase 1 through phase 3 is something that if you're in landscape or I don't care, whatever you're doing, if you apply that, it I had the idea to just cut down on the confusion of getting started early. All right. What up, Andre? So if you're not in the course and you're watching this right now, get it before August 1st. It'll go up to $299, which is still freaking cheap, but whatever. Right now it's $199. So boom, boom, boom. And then I got guys reaching out like crazy right now. They're hitting Justin up every single day. Some guys are in landscape, lawn care, whatever, and they're just wanting the Facebook ads portion of that course. So Justin does a boosted, like his boosted strategy is almost second to none. Like I've never seen like the way he does his boosted stuff, which is, I didn't even do boosted stuff like he does it. He does it very unique and he's very profitable. But I know guys want to go in depth with Facebook ads as far as learning how to pixel, learning how to retarget, learning how to build out campaigns through their Facebook ads for ongoing nurture, for staying in front of prospects for months and years to come, and basically creating a web that people can't run from. That's one of the best facets of marketing, because getting someone to the page is the hardest part. Getting them to the page and getting them to buy is the hardest part. But if we're not nurturing them long term and we're not staying in front of them all the time with cool content, right? Like, what was the point of getting them to the page anyway? Like, they'll come by again. The people who buy pressure washing from you once, they'll come by again. But you guys think, well, not just you, but everybody, even I thought this, is that like, oh, well, they know me. They'll call me. No, they're not thinking about you. People aren't thinking about you. They're thinking about their kids. They're thinking about the next, shit they got to handle. They're thinking about the divorce they're in. They're thinking about all kinds of other stuff. So we have to give it to them on a silver platter and make it easy for them to buy again. We have to give that opportunity to them, and it takes work on our part. All right. So, that's probably one of the biggest hacks in this whole deal. Like, marketing is one piece, getting them to buy is one piece, selling is that's all a big piece, but that recurring piece is what's going to make you that long-term money. That's real easy. It's cheap, because if somebody's bought before and then buying again, think about the acquisition of a lead. David, man, that makes me happy, brother. It makes me happy. Yeah, you got the blueprint now, dude. You know what the steps are. Dude, what if we just had clarity, right? If we just have clarity of where to go. Like, look, when you get started in a new business, some of you guys have never ran a business before. So I can understand like the shock of, I'm empathizing. I can't actually understand it, because I was like mowing lawn. I can't be employed. I've never been employed. I've mowed lawn since I was 15. I worked at Smoothie King for like, I don't know, 3 months. It was horrific. Think about me being a functioning member of society working a job. And I just can't. I'm ornery. Like every guy who has authority, like my brothers went in the military. There's no way I could be in the military. I'd be like, all right, cool. Well, you outrank me, but we're gonna fight. like, like it's just I don't take orders very well at all. I'm very much like against the herd, against the grain. It's just how I am. If everyone's doing one thing and going in one direction, I literally go burk and go the other way. And here's the deal: if you're gonna be that way, you just have to be willing to die on your own sword. Like I'm very willing to lose with my way and adjust and figure it out. Like I'm very willing to admit when I lose and learn more and figure it out. That's how I am, dude. I'm going to figure it out. I'm going to keep hitting it, 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 and just be almost obnoxiously relentless. I don't follow no orders, dude. I'm not very good at that, David. I'm not very good. And look, that's like brought me my own version of success, right? Brought me my own path in my life. And one of the biggest things for me was when I was in the music industry, their idea is to control you and herd you into a format, right? Called radio. What is applicable? What can be played on radio? You know, are you someone who we believe um, Chris, well, I don't do the whole. I did like a small portion of soccer jersey time, and I'm not completely against the whole soccer jersey thing. Um, and I troll it a little bit, talking about soccer jersey. That's my troll. It's like a little slight troll. Um, but look, guys do it. It works for them. Many of them. Many of them are successful in what they're doing. It's just not my way of doing it. You know what I mean? I don't. And one of the reasons I do that, one of the reasons I clean in t-shirts is because I sell in t-shirts. Like my whole thing with Lean and Mean for you guys was to take away all of the nonsense that people told you had to have and show you just that you just needed skills. All right? It's just skills. Like I'll go sell in some joggers and a t-shirt and I'll sell that ticket. I'll sell it while I'm there. And it's not because I haven't lost a lot of sales. I've lost a lot of sales. I lose a lot, but I win a lot. All right. So it's got nothing to do with a shirt. It's got nothing to do with the wrap on my truck because sometimes I'll go sell in my other truck, right? And when I didn't have a wrap on this truck, like I probably got, yeah, I'm pretty George Patton-esque. I'm pretty ornery. So I don't know all of his lineage, but I'm just very ornery. But look, hey, if you're gonna get the shirts, right? It's not gonna hurt you. But that's not what the channel's about, right? Like it's not gonna hurt you having the shirts. It may help you having the shirts, right? But I'm here to show the new guys that you don't have to have it to win. That's what my channel's about. What do you need to win? What do we need to set this thing up? All right. John, if you're subscribed and you're getting any of my emails right now, just grab like a PDF or something. It'll send from my email. Just email me there. All right. Um, but so like I'm saying, the wrap can help. Cool. The shirts can help. Cool. But could I outsell a guy who has all that stuff? Yes, I do it all the time. So do you need it? All right. Good question. Good question. Is it selling? No, your skills, your ability to present value, right? Your ability to persuade is doing the selling. It's not, look, I've shown up in this black shirt. I've cleaned houses in a black shirt. They're all ruined now because they got bleach all over them. So I just buy more black shirts. Yeah, you have to. But here's the deal, Andre. Confidence is a chicken and egg thing. Confidence, a lot of people look when you're born into society, right? Like you're born into grade school, you got grades 1 through whatever, right? They're teaching you that at the end of this class, you're going to get a certification that says that you're competent in first grade, second grade. You're competent in second grade. We give you a certification that says you're competent in second grade. And here's why this is reversed based on your self-esteem. Self-esteem has to come before the certification, all right? You have to have the self-esteem now, and then you get the credential. This is why school is beautiful for creating cogs in the wheel, because everyone's just looking for that certification, all right? Everyone's like, hey, I got to have the certification before I'm good at it. But what if Lean and Mean tells you, no, what if I'm good at it now? I'm good at it. I'm good at it today. I'm good at it without my soccer jersey on. What if I'm good at it without the wrap on my truck? What if I'm good at it? And then the certification comes. All right. It's the opposite. A lot of people are like, I have the paper. This means I'm good. No, 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 no. I'm good. I'm already good. And if you want to give me a piece of paper, cool. But I don't need the piece of paper. I determine. My skills determine. My results determine. All right. It's hard to understand if you're stuck in that place. It's like, one day I will be good. You know what? That day never comes. One day I will be happy. No, you won't one day. You have to be happy today. You have to say, I'm happy now. I'm stoked now. I love myself now. I don't love myself tomorrow. When I'm fitter, I'll love myself. Whenever we correct all our problems, I'll love this relationship with you. No, 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 no. That's not how it works. We have to love now, because that stuff will never come unless we crack it now. It's bullshit. It's like a giant matrix. It's flipped. So be it today. Walk confidently today. Yeah, you'll be scared. Yep. I'm scared most of the time. I'm going to tell you, the big things in my life, the things that have changed my life, terrified to do them. Terrified. Just terrified. But I do them anyway. That's the code. Like, that's the code. I don't know. It's like I've got a few other things that I'm involved in, and every time I've made a big jump that has um, that has brought a financial gain into my life. All right, um, it's always been scary. I don't know why it was scary, because after you do it, it's not scary, and you're like, okay, so I had all this anxiety for nothing. Yeah, welcome to sheepdom. You got all this anxiety for nothing, man. You're living your life with this, like, what are they going to do to you? They're not going to do anything to you. They're not going to hurt you. The most they're going to say happen. Okay? That's all that can happen. Nothing really. But think about how long we live our lives with that fear. This like ambiguous thing is going to happen. And it never happens. Right? It doesn't ever come to pass. The scary thing is the more you fear certain things, the more you might pull them in closer. Right? So just don't fear it. Go close it today. Stand in front of Mr. Prospect and say, listen, this is the process on this house. This is this. I understand that you want this done, right? This is what I'm going to do for that. This is what we're going to do for this. And this is going to cost $1,500. Would you like to schedule it? Silence. Okay. I think that fear can be a hole that you stay in. It tricks us. I believe that might be the devil. Great book, Outwitting the Devil by Napoleon Hill. Probably one of the best books I've ever read. I've read a lot of personal development books, and that book I've read 2 or 3 times. Outwitting the Devil. Lord, man. It's got nothing to do with whatever you believe. religion-wise, it's got really nothing to do with a religion. It's got everything to do with what the devil actually is, and you're going to learn that the devil is just fear. It's just manufactured nonsense. This is why I love studying propaganda. I study a lot of propaganda. I study the manufacturing of fear in society and public relations. I study why a consensus has formed if you tell a lie big enough and long enough, all right, it soon becomes true. Isn't that weird? But it's not true. But if the public believes it to be true, they will chastise you into getting on the train. No, 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 we're going to a safe place. We're going to a safe place. We're just going to go work. That's all we're going to do. Let's get on the train. Let's get on the train. All right. This is how we move our whole life, right? So we got to crack the code. And here's the deal. If you ever think you're out of the propaganda, you're deep in it, all right? And that goes for everything. Don't ever think that you're out of it. I'm not woke, because being woke is its own form of propaganda. Holy shit. You ever thought about that? Being woke is its own form. There's no triad. You're like, I analyze both sides, but I'm up here. Well, that's its own version. All right. So just stay aware. Just have the ability to keep your eyes open. Use critical thinking. Be logical. Understand certain dynamics. Dude, I still can't explain to you like trees and leaves and shit, okay? Like that's crazy. This whole planet, this whole situation, we're moving 17,000 miles an hour on a ball through vast space, open space on a sphere that's spinning. It doesn't make sense, all right? So get big thoughts, get ingrained, get big thoughts, figure out how blessed you are to be on this planet, okay? How blessed you are to exist, just outright. Become in awe again, like a child. Become curious of flowers. This is amazing. Like a bee comes along and pollinates this shit and then goes and does this thing. And then he creates an ecosystem. And the reason the bee exists is because now we have food. Like, what? This stuff is just in front of you all the time. And we're just like, oh yeah, it's normal. No, that ain't normal. There's nothing normal about any of that. But we just throw it away. We just toss it to the wayside. Yeah, it's just life, man. What? All right, so become in awe of those things, of the magnitude of what you're involved in again. Because my little boy is in awe. He's 6. He hasn't been conditioned. Oh, shit, Cody. So become in awe again, and then take that from a high level and look down into your little problems that you think are problems every day. You're like, why am I scared of this prospect? Why am I making this out to be a big deal? All right. Why am I trying to create an outcome that hasn't happened? Why am I self-sabotaging myself? Right? Guys, before I built, think about this. Before I built, yeah, Vern, well, shit is deep, cuz. Shit is deep. All right. Thus it is. I read a lot of nah, dog, I ain't getting no windows. I rent here. I ain't touching this place. I might clean this roof for y'all though one day. I might do that. I'm gonna call them and be like, yo, I need new windows. They're gonna be like, screw off, we're not buying new windows. So yeah. Probably in the next, I don't know, year and a half, I'll move out of here and I'll get my own place. My own place. I might buy a place. I don't know where I'm gonna buy it though. I may just leave the country. pack up my 300 blackout with a ton of ammo and go down to Costa Rica or something. I don't know. Take my boy with me. But for some of you guys who know my story, you talking about Eckhart Tolle? Yeah, dude, he's good, man. All right. So we create all our problems. We create our lack of confidence. We're allowing people to put their negativity on us and tell us if we're adequate. That's the reason. You bought it. You bought it. You're not good enough yet. You're not good enough. You're not good enough yet, man. Got to get better. Got to get better. No, 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 no. I'm good enough now. I'm good enough now. And this is going to be something that you have to find in yourself. It's not going to come from me. It's not going to come from the pastor or the rabbi or the whatever, the shaman. It's not. He can sit there and tell you words. Words are just sounds. They're just a language. They're just invented. Letters. Why do we have, 26? Why? Could there be more? Could there be more sounds? Like, all of this is invented, man. It's all invented, okay? So I'm bringing that back in. I got to get big for you. Now I'm bringing it back to the concrete position of you have created your thoughts of inadequacy. You have created it. You've created it and you bought it. You bought it from others on the playground when you were 6. They told you weren't quite cool enough. The teacher said you're a bad kid. And look, you may have even forgot about a lot of this. Maybe you had a shitty childhood with your parents. You bought it from your dad. You bought it from your mom. This is other people's thought. You're adequate now. You can go change your life right now. And this is why my constant saying is, if you're scared, if you don't have a plan, like all these people are like, unemployment's not enough. We need more unemployment. Bitch, go pick up a squeegee. I don't buy it. Maybe this is God signaling you to go pick up a squeegee and walk down 8th Avenue, because that's what I had to do. Well, what it really is I don't have the courage to go pick up a squeegee and walk down 8th Avenue. What really is I've got a car payment that I've overextended myself on. This is what they're really saying. I got a car payment, I've overextended myself on it, and I need someone to pay it for me. Because a squeegee's not going to get the ramp up time. I need more money quick. So give it to me. Give it to me. Remove all entitlement. No one owes you anything. There is no ship coming. All right. That's why I didn't work for many bosses. Most of the managers if I had a manager, I knew I could have done a better job than they did. Give me 6 months. Give me 6 months and I'll have this thing so dialed in. I'll figure it out. Because believe that you're good enough. Believe that you can be better. All right? Because at the end of the day, dude, what is there? At the end, look, mortality exists, man. You gonna die. All right? What up, Fern? You gonna die, man. It's gonna happen. So why not believe you can kill it today, man? Why not? What else is there? What, you gonna kill it a year from now? No, you just got to become undignified. Get down to that core level of undignified, baby. Undignified. I will knock until they run me off. Sometimes you got to grit your teeth. You got to get a little mean, you know what I mean? Right? You got to get a little grit. I was talking to a buddy here, man. He owns a coffee shop, one of my favorite coffee shops. I used to think their coffee was overpriced. It's just actually superior. I've been drinking it. I drank coffee the other way. I patronized this other place, and the whole COVID thing went down. And you know what? The other place shut down. Well, Nashville wasn't quite that shut down. Okay, they weren't quite that shut down, but they were like Shut down for 6 weeks. All right. And I'm like, dude, this is my place. I went there every day, sometimes twice a day. There were some days in 2017 where I would go there all day and work on the computer, work on my SEO, work on stuff. You see, I spent probably thousands of dollars a year at that other coffee shop. And you know what? They had no grit. In the face of the government telling them that they needed to do something, they cowered. And you guys know me, I'm ornery as hell. So this other place, you know what they did? They said that all non-essential businesses have to shut down. So you know what this other coffee shop did? They went and bought a ton of ground beef and toilet paper. And they sold toilet paper and ground beef through the window. They bought eggs. They marked them up to retail. They went and figured it out, man. They had grit. They had balls. You know what they told the city? Come shut me down, bro. What? Well, they'll fine you. Fine me. I ain't paying it. Fine me. Well, they'll take your license. Take my license. Believe me, I got an attorney. I'm showing you guys a different side. You need to see this different side. You need to see the back end. A lot of the YouTube people don't show you this other side, okay? There's a dragon. There's a lion. And a lot of guys are like, hey, guys. I'm going to show you the lion. This is the lion. A lot of people are going to shut their shit down because they're scared. Because somebody, some branch, some committee tells them they got to. Or else what? Or else you don't feed your family? Or else what? Hey, that's what I'm saying. I got an attorney sitting in my pocket. Believe me, you guys know how much I've spent on attorneys if you hung here long enough. I ain't scared. All right? I have an attorney on call 24/7. If I got stopped by a cop, he talks to the cop. I don't talk to the cop. The cop talks to my attorney. All right? I have a lot of legal shit that I keep myself loaded in that way. My music attorney was Taylor Swift's attorney. Miranda Lambert's attorney. David Crow was my attorney in music. I spent $400 an hour with David Crow in music for him to protect me. And he saved me from a lot of heartache. He saved me. I had one deal one time. He said, Aaron, if you do this deal, I will cease to be your attorney. That's how bad it was because I wanted to do the deal. And he goes, this deal is so bad. I know you want to do it because you like the people, but they're trying to royally fuck you. Okay? And if you do this deal, I'm firing myself as your attorney. Like, that's the kind of guy I can count on. Hell yeah. I said, cool. That's all I needed to know. Deal's off the table. You got to have people who talk direct to you in your life. You got to have people who give you the glimpse, the ugly truth, the stuff you don't want to see. Because that's the shit that makes it move, okay? That's the shit that's going to move the needle for you. It's always that. It's never not that. It's always behind the difficult. It's always behind the taxes. It's always behind the legal situation. It just is. If you want to be in business, it's what it is. Now, it can go smooth, but understand that behind it, right, there's a reason that men respected each other in the 1800s, okay? There's a reason, because they had them big 6-shooters. How you doing today? I'm doing well, sir. How are you? These sons of bitches are locked and loaded. You see me, all right? Absolutely. Have a good day, sir. All right? That's absolutely right, Mike. So believe in yourself today. Invest in yourself today. I want to congratulate you guys who took the leap to get the course. There'll probably be many more where that came from. That'll be the cheapest one. But that's probably the most broad thing that I'll put out. That's a getting started course, 0 to 7K. It shows you the model. Everything else is going to be very, very structured. If I do off-page SEO, that course is going to be just for that. Facebook ads, we're going to go deep dive there. If I do a sales course, a high-ticket sales course in persuasion, it'll be just that, right? But I wanted to give that initial, here's the bump, here's the way, here's the setup for lean and mean, right? Justin and I wanted to give that in a format that everybody could get into, right? They go clean a gutter, they can buy the course. right? I wanted to give them the chance to get started with clarity. So, and cut a lot of the peripheral nonsense that you don't need out of there. That was my mission. So moving forward, I love you guys. I'm gonna tell you that I do, and I come off. I come hard, dude. I come at you hard because here's the deal. Um, I never learned anything in my life that I needed to learn without immense pain, and it's probably because I'm hard headed, and I'm willing to own that. But it usually came in the form of severe loss or severe investment. That's where my learning came. It was me coming off a serious amount of money for someone to teach me something, or for me to build a system or a product. Like I have other things that I do, so it's just it came off of that. But I'm gonna tell you, my life changed in 2017 with pressure washing. That will be the forever phoenix for me. I didn't have any money, man. I didn't have anything like that. All right, I just never had it. And my dad owns an auto shop. My mom works at a fisheries down where I'm from. We were like middle class, you know. We had property because it was given to us, but we never farmed it or anything like that. So I don't come from a whole lot. I wasn't poor, but I wasn't rich. So you have this like comfort belt, which can be its own worst enemy, right? Where you're just like kind of comfortable. You don't really have a motivation. But when I was living in my van in November in Nashville, which is not the tundra of Minnesota or some shit, but I'm gonna tell you, it's cold. That shit's an ice box. I had a camping sleeping bag and I was sleeping in it. And it was a realization to me that I will never sugarcoat anything forever the rest of my life. And and here's where you got to check yourself, because if your ego's getting in the way and you speak hurt in the form of ego to hurt someone. Now, look, if somebody's coming at you, if somebody's trying to fight or come at you and they're coming at you in the wrong way, then look, I don't fight fair. Okay. Never fight fair. I'll teach my son, you never fight fair. Look, if he's coming at you, you grab a brick. We ain't fighting fair, cuz. We pulling the howitzer out. All right? Because fights ain't fair. There's no like knuckle up. No, no, no. If I got a shank, you gonna see that shank. All right. We ain't this ain't how it's gonna go. All right. But in your normal life, all right, like understanding that a lot of the sugarcoating has got you into a tough spot or has got you into the job that you hate. It's because you're scared to speak up. It's got you into a marriage that has drained you. Sexless marriage, man. Shit, I could build a whole channel on that. I know half them guys. Look, 52% is the divorce rate. So I know 52% of people watching this ain't getting it at home. All right. That's across the board. All right. So hard conversations are everywhere that need to be had. And if that puts someone off, then okay, you know, there's billions of people out there. You know what's funny is you're going to meet someone who is as gung ho about being direct. They're as gung ho about being on the square. You're going to meet somebody. You're going to meet a team. You're going to have groups who now surround you because of what you've become. All right? Comfortable. Come on, bro. Come on. All right? They're going to surround you now and love on you because you've become no BS. And now you got a group of guys who are just on the square, right? This event I'm going to today. These guys are just on the square. All right? They're no BS in their business. And you know what I had to do? All right? I had to become that before I attracted that. All right? I had to become what I am now before I attracted that in my life. Those things were I had a lot of people pleasers around me in music. What up, Hamid? My dog, man. Smoking a Judge here. Shout out to Hamid, my boy, my cigar hook, my cigar plug. So you're going to attract what you become, and sometimes it's a hard road to get there. It's very hard for me. But I vowed to myself that I would never sugarcoat. Even if people would leave my life, even if people would unsubscribe, right? Okay. I'm willing to take it. All right. I'm willing to lose a few. I'm willing to lose a few. to gain a bunch. All right? Not worried about it. So, there's no rules in fighting. Yes, Wild West, you are correct. Um, so be willing to lose a few customers because you're direct. Be willing to let them know. Look at these windows right here. Are you aware that if you spray water on these windows, whatever's behind them windows probably gonna get wet? You cool with that? Are you gonna prep for when I come to clean to make sure that your stuff is protected in there? Because I can't mitigate this. I'm like not spraying at high pressure, but I need to let you know that these are old windows. Old windows are porous. All right. Anthony, dude. Yeah, steal pictures and you're gonna lose subscribers for sure. You know? And since I got started in Washington and built out this channel and, shared you guys a piece of who I am, I've gained some of the best friends that I've ever had. I've gained guys who the guys at Washington, that team who put that together and the guys who come to that. You know what I'm saying? Guys who are serious about building their business, I've gained because of this is who I am. This is who I am and who I strive to be is I like being hard on myself. All right. I enjoy being hard on myself, but I also enjoy loving on myself. You guys see me smoking a lot of cigars. This is me loving on myself right now because I'm hard on myself all day long. All right. Well, yeah, you got to make sure that someone's videotaping, and somebody's always videotaping Dream Chaser. But I'm willing to risk that. Tell them to come at me and they'll see. So just be aware. Be aware of where you are. Be kind to yourself. Be tough on yourself. There's a lot of untapped potential for some of you guys in rural areas. There's a lot of untapped commercial potential that's around you. I'm from Middle Alabama, and there's some areas in Middle Alabama that don't have a lot of money. All right. There's a lot of areas in Middle Alabama that ain't got no money. All right. But there's a lot of commercial buildings in Middle Alabama. There's a lot of opportunities for travel. And I'm talking about anywhere in rural countryside. I'm just speaking from personal experience of where I'm from. There's a lot of, say there's a Hyundai plant in the middle of Alabama, right? There's a Coca-Cola plant not far away. I'm going to tell you, if I lived in Middle Alabama, all right, boom. I love it. I mean, big hit, $200, 15 minutes. Cuz, come at it. All right. If I lived in Middle Alabama, I would be living in their inbox. I would be doing test spots. Let me clean this shit. Let me blow this symmetry real quick. Yeah, you see that? I would be in their shit. I'd live in it. They'd be like, Aaron, look, we know you do pressure washing. Okay, we're gonna call you. We're tired of you calling us. Thank you, darling. You just got to be relentless. People say no. No doesn't mean no forever. No means no, not now. Not now. That's all it means. They got other shit going on. They're gonna buy. They're gonna buy. They may not buy from me now, but by God, they can't get away from me. And that comes in the form of SEO and all your retargeting and your email campaigns and your Facebook ads, all right? That can be a quadruple killer, okay? Some of you guys are still on that fight talk. Absolutely. Clean waves. Great tip right there. That's an excellent one. Just wanted to touch base with you and just talk about that estimate we just sent over. Really don't know what I'm going to talk about, but I'm going to call you and touch base with you one more time and get back in your ear, baby. I love it. Good tip. If you guys aren't doing that, use that. That's a good tip. Wesley, when you do wood decks, do you offer stain and seal? Hell to the no. I'm not staining and I'm not sealing. Comfortable. I love it. I'll sneak up on him, right? No, I don't offer staining and sealing. To me, I love it, Faith. Love to hear it. Um, I don't offer staining and sealing. It's just a different brain for me. I don't like having two trips when it comes to certain jobs. That's why I took away driveway sealing. I haven't done driveway sealing in a few months now. And I started getting hit with driveway sealing after driveway sealing after driveway sealing, and just kept coming at me because I would be cleaning the driveway. And then while I was there, they'd be like, "Will you seal it?" And I'm like, "Well, now that I'm here, I will quote you for sealing. And yes, it will be thousands of dollars. And yes, I'll do it." Um, but I don't like going into those things. Now, look, there's a bunch of money in it. You can make money in it if you want to take on that extra thought of getting sealant, housing sealant, getting sealant pumps, getting, if you're going to roll it, if you're going to spray it, whatever you need to do, cleaning out that machine, right? Maintaining that machine. Dude, it's just a different thing. If you have enough wash business coming in, you ain't got to worry about that. The only time you got to worry about that, look, the idea of lean and mean is to get to a place where you offer like two services, right? And you're the expert on those two services, okay? That's it. The fact that, we spread ourselves way out. Now, look, if you got a big business and you got 10 trucks and uh, you're having to cover it, right? You're having to cover the expense of having all those people and staff and all those trucks. Look, um, the more expenses you're going to have, right? So you're going to have to, if you don't have the lead inflow, right? You're going to have to start adding services to figure out, or you're going to have to put more money in marketing, or both, right? So you either become a handyman, right? You start adding all this random shit because you got to cover these people who work for you. So you start doing sealing, and the money flashes in. You're like, oh shit, they're making. You talk to one dude, he's like, dude, I made 200,000 in sealing. You're like, oh man, that's awesome. So you get in it, right? Now it's a whole nother brain. It's a whole nother thing. You can do it. You can make a bunch of money, but yeah, if look, here's the other thing. If they supplied all the stain and all the seal, make sure they got all the stain and seal they need that is there. Okay. Make sure you absolve yourself of any liability on that sealant's attachment. If it's good, if it's bad, who knows if it's good or bad sealant? I don't know, not my problem. I didn't buy it. If they're just looking for labor, you're gonna have to watch that because they're like, hey, I just need a laborer to seal this. So you got to position yourself properly. Like, look, yeah, you getting labor, but I'm a company. I'll use your sealant, but I'm charging you top dollar to do it. It's not like a $20 an hour situation. All right. So you got to kind of watch the old couple who has facilitated everything already. I'm not saying this is what they're doing. I'm saying you just got to watch us. Right? They facilitated everything and they just want a young man, some back labor. All right. Cool. You get the back labor, but you're going to pay me top dollar. All right. If they're cool with that, they're cool with zero responsibility on that sealant adhering, right? Like that's not your sealant. You didn't buy it. You didn't recommend it, right? They're going to have to absolve you of all that. All right. So if they're willing to do that, and they probably will be willing to do that, they're willing to pay you top dollar, and they might be willing to pay you top dollar, you could have a good deal in your hands. But you got to beware of the old couple who's already facilitated part of it. Beware of the old couple who's facilitated part of it. All right. Woo. Well, I just want to call you. There's some little dots stuck on the side of my house. Y'all came out and cleaned it. It's artillery fungus. Not going to be able to get it. All right. Not going to be able to get it off. I've made this clear prior. I just want to see if y'all could come back out and get that stuff off, You come back out and it's like some dust from the landscaper. I'm boiling on the inside. I'm boiling. What does Scar say in Lion King? I am surrounded by idiots. All right, so just beware what you might be getting into. If I can help you with some of that learning curve, I've dealt with the old couple who, you know, it's a dancing match, guys. See, MTH has got a story. Oh, the 6 close up, the measure. I'm glad you caught that, brother. I didn't know if anybody caught that in the Ricky Tommy vid. I'm glad you caught it. Oh man. Every good old boy, every man in no home. Go fast, turn left. Telling the story about how he got wrecked. You guys don't know that is quintessential where I'm from. All right, so I may not have too much of that left in me, but hey, that's my roots right there. So it ain't all weeded out. That dirt track life. My dad used to race dirt track when I was little, so I know all about that. Saturday night at the track. Hey, there's something about race fuel though, man. Smelling some race fuel, bro, you never get tired of that smell. But all in all, I'm glad you guys are doing well. I hope you got some value out of this video. Hope I could purge on you a little bit and just talk about some of the elements of a lean and mean business. Okay. Eric knows, bro. Eric knows. Hey, and whoever was talking about that ceiling job, get them to give you a deposit on the work. Send them an invoice for a deposit. I want to see how serious they are. Well, we were just really wanting you to come over and be our slave. Oh, well, that ain't gonna happen. All right. So, guys, I'm gonna go build out another video. What's next? What's next, man? I haven't released a main video on YouTube in a while. Hey, get you some Square, get you a CRM, get you something. Figure out a way to make it easy for them to give you their money. All right? Don't make it hard. All right? Figure out you got to make it easy for people to give you that money, all right? All right? QuickBooks is fine. Whatever you're going to link it to, dude. Whatever you're going to link it to. Make it easy for them to give you their money. You don't want that to be a hang up. Don't let that be the hang up. Just take their card over the phone if you want. A lot of people do that. Get you a good CRM, invest. All these things I'm telling you about, guys, are going to make you money, all right? All the stuff I'm talking to you, like, it's going to make you money. That'll work, Eric. That'll work. Just, if you can't get over to their house to take their money, get it over the phone, all right? Get a deposit, get something. Make sure they're in the game. Get them in the game, man. Let them put some skin in the game, right? Look, value your time. This is one thing I've found that is very rare in our world. Guys, they don't value their service, but they also don't value their time. We got to change that. That's a big aim of my channel. Well, the main aim of my channel is to eradicate entitlement from the planet. But the second aim is to never do trailer wiring again. The third aim is to shed light on some stuff that hopefully can change the game for you and make these processes easy. If you can make it easy for a prospect to give you their money, yeah, I hate trailer wiring. Make it easy for them to give you their money. Make it easy for you to schedule. Make it easy for you to remember. Don't lean on the legal pad. Do you realize how much money that legal pad is costing you? You're like, but the legal pad only cost me $3. No, no, no. That legal pad costs you thousands of dollars a year. They're like, how so? Because you don't remember any of the prospects again. Oh, yeah, I do. I call them. No, you don't. There's papers on the floor of your truck. There's papers that you lose. There's paper that gets ruffled up. You throw a Gatorade bottle on it, it gets all wet. You lose the numbers, right? That legal pad is costing you thousands a year in lost contacts, if that's how you're doing it. Index cards, whatever. I mean, people still run these old school processes. And you're like, dude, you don't know how much you're losing a year by using that process, because you can't be that tight. Humans, we're not that tight. We don't run that tight. And the fact of automation on the back end, right? Automation of that CRM on the back end is selling for you and reminding people while you're sleeping, right? Dude, it ain't even a question. It's not even, that monthly payment is going to boost your income every single time. All right. Don't be scared of a monthly payment. Get it out there. Get it going. It's the business now. We're in business now, guys. We ain't pity patting no more. All right. We're in business. Like, can you be blown away? Think about this. I'm blown away that you could start a business for $30,000. Think about that. And actually, you could start it for a lot less. But if you're going to start it a lot less on the equipment side, start it heavy on the site, the marketing. That's why I talk about this in this channel. Start it heavy. Spend your money there. If you're like, I got a Home Depot washer, cool. Have a badass site. Cool. Have like badass PPC. Cool. Have like run your Facebook ad. Like dial that in. Because I'm going to tell you, folks, there's no business ever in the history of mankind besides a lemonade stand that you can start for this price. Go try to get a McDonald's. See how much that costs you. Go try to start anything. Go try to start an excavation company, right? I don't really endorse any CRMs. They're all pretty good. There's none that are really pressure washing specific. But they're all built. Just find one that's built for a service business. Okay. If they're built for a service business, handle routing, handle email automation, scheduling, stuff like that, and they can take payments, you'll be a happy camper. Make sure they have automation on the back end as far as email goes for old clients, and make sure you're getting emails from every client you have. Okay, you need to have those emails mainly for obviously automation on the back end, but B, you got to have that for, we need a list for whenever we're building out retargeting campaigns. If you guys get that Facebook ads course that I'm going to launch later on with Justin, deep dive retargeting, staying in front of people forever, you got to have that email list. So get emails now. Get them all. I don't work for anybody who doesn't give me an email. I made a rule about that. If they won't give me their email, we're not working together. Oh, well, that's a pretty harsh rule, Aaron. Yeah, well, I feel like if you're not going to give me your email, you're not really that involved. You don't really want it done. You kind of want to cheat the system. Well, I don't want you to email me. Well, that's a shame, because that's going to happen. They don't understand, like, I dictate this relationship. They don't dictate the relationship. See what I'm saying? I run the ship. They don't run the ship. They call me. All right? Take control. Your prospect is calling you. You're the captain. All right? You're the captain. They're not the captain. As soon as they call me, they have relieved all of their authority to me. I'm the guy now. I'm the advisor. I'm giving the diagnosis. Okay? They don't own the diagnosis anymore. They don't have, like, they can have concerns. Cool, I'll hear them. But they don't know anything about what we do. They don't know how to wash. They don't know how to use chemicals properly. They don't know how to not kill every plant around their house if they did it, right? That's why I created a hard and fast rule of no emails, no service. All right. You got to find a way to call the herd, guys. Find a way to call the herd. And I've done it, and you will get to excellent prospects. Okay. You'll get to people who love to have you work for them. So, what are the pillars? I'm going to wrap this up because I'm sweating. Woo. The pillars. Start leaning your equipment. All right. If you don't have a ton of money, start leaning the equipment. Spend all your money on your website, on your Google ads, on your Facebook ads, on getting your positioning and your marketing proper. Okay. Create hard and fast rules where people can't come in unless they adhere to your rules. We don't just work with everyone. This is not an equal opportunity situation. We work with people who follow our rules. Because I've learned that if they don't follow the rules, 80% of the time they're a problem. Okay? 80% of the time they think they run it. They don't run it. All right? I'm going to delete this video. There's too much value in this shit. So you guys who are on this right now, you guys who are on this video right now, I'm about to delete it. But here's the deal. Hard and fast rules. All right? Make sure that they're adhering to that. Have a way to get their money quick. Have a way to get them in. All right? Have a way to make it seamless that they can give you their money. Because when somebody makes a buying decision, we need to make it easy for them to go. All right? Yes, I'm all paperless too, dog. So, look, if people are like, well, why don't you just leave me an estimate? Leave me a paper estimate or text me. Text me the price. I don't text anybody any price. It's not going to happen. You're going to get, here's the deal. All right? You're going to get my proposal. You're going to get my propaganda in my proposal. That is me selling them again, all right, on buying from me. It's a big proposal that is selling them again and again and again and again and again. They don't get a text message. They ain't no price. Look, you're shortchanging yourself. You pricing somebody a price? You texting somebody a price? There's not enough. We got to give them time. Give them the chance to buy now. With laced in there reasons why they should. So they get you on site if you're doing on site, or they get you over the phone, but now they get another set of propaganda. That's what it is that they get to buy. All right. But if you're good at what you do, it doesn't matter. You just can't go at any business that you ever do, okay, and try to hurt people. That's not what we teach. All right. You can't rip people off. That is not okay. All right. So get them emails, dog. All right. Get them monies. Are we in business or are we playing hobby? That's a big question for contractors. Are we here to make money? Are we here to act like we're just kind of like helping out the neighborhood? No, I ain't helping out the neighborhood. I'm running a business. I'll help out the neighborhood when I feel like it. All right? Make the money. Take your family on trips. All right? That's what you got to do. Oh, Mikey's back. Mikey, you remember what happened last time you came in alive. For all I know, Mikey's one of my buddies trolling me. In that case, you can hang out. Some of these cats spraying this fertilizer, dude. Got this dude's with a big ass fertilizer truck. They go and spray yards. That could be a legit business. Fertilizer. Think about that. Oh yeah, we're gonna add a weed killer. Ben Hill at it again. Absolutely. Now some of these guys, look at this. This little guy right here, they get him on a subscription. Truth seeker, I love that. That dude, he's gonna go spray that yard for weeds. He's got a fertilizer mix. It probably takes a some type of blend. It might take a different license, like a pesticide license as well. I don't know, which is not what we have. But that model, that subscription model, is probably very, very profitable. How long does it take for them to see results? Well, probably 6 months, right? Probably, I don't know, somewhere around there, because grass takes a while and weeds take a little while to die. It's a smart model. And that's why you see probably True Green has built a billion-dollar company off of that model. Doesn't take, look, a knucklehead can run it. Sorry, buddy. A knucklehead can run it. Yeah, right. That's for sure, go, bro. That's for sure. My stash is slow. Look, he's over here just going to spray it. Look at that. It ain't bleach. So what happens if it lands on plants? Oh, you're welcome. You sprayed my boxwoods and they grew to 8 feet tall. Yeah, you're welcome. It's a smart little model. But I love you guys. I hope you're good. This has been a 90-minute chat here. I hope you got some value out of this. I'm going to go ahead and tune out here, get ready to go on some of these other videos that I got coming out. And I'm going to go to this mastermind meeting. And I'm going to delete this video. So I love you. Talk to you guys soon. Glad you're here, okay?